And I'm live. Hello. Hello, nobody. Buddy's going to say hello now. Every time I say hello, he's like, who's she talking to? Good morning. It's Sunday. It's the... I haven't done my mutage. Oh, see, there's always a... There we go. Okay, I'm muted. Hello. Sunday, 17th of June, 2018. Got back from the car boot cell about 20 minutes ago. And by popular demand, in other words, Karen messaged me and said, are you doing a live? Here I am. Good morning, Adam, Fandria, Bumblebee, Kirsty, Karen and Rach, Mizutek, Mrs. Happy Dappy, Michelle, Christian Hancock, Sib, K, Shepherd, Sibulator, whatever he is today. You are late, or I've woken up early. I'm not late. I'm not late. Last week I was on till like 12. I'm early. You're weird. Natalie, Adam again. I think I said hello to Adam already. There you go. To Adam's in twice. Adam's twins today. Good morning. Claire King, Neville, Kath Palmer. Everybody's coming in. Good morning, everybody. Lovely to see you all. I went to the car boot sale. Now I should tell you in advance, just in case, that last night, very late last night, I had a surprising tummy upset. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but let's just say that I went to the loo for what I thought would be a normal visit and turned out not to be. So I didn't sleep very well after that because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. didn't dare drift off into a deep sleep in case it all went horribly wrong. Deborah Stevens, Motor Trade, Sam's in. Hi Sam, Reselling Polly. So I did go to the car boot this morning, but because of this, I took some Imodium last night, and I was a little bit unsure about whether I should go to the car boot sale. Thank you, Carmen, for saying that about my hair. And hello, Karen. So the car boot that's in the big field at Trench Lane, the toilet is a horrible, horrible porter cabin one, and it's a long way from the main area where they do the car boot sale. So I didn't want to go there because I thought if I have to do a quick jog, it won't happen. Whereas the one at Easter Compton, the toilets are quite nice and they're very central situated to the thing. So I went to that one instead. You see, always thinking, listen to your dad. Rach Roberts says her car boots were rubbish. Adams were rubbish as well. Carrie's in, Laney's in. I don't think I've missed anybody. If I have, I'm sorry. Good morning all. So yeah, I only went to Easter Compton and it was quite small. It's a horrible grey day out there. Still need my fringe cut. Horrible grey, dreary day. It was raining first thing. Portaloo lottery, says Christian. Yeah, absolutely. Siv says I'm going to believe my car boots were rubbish today because I didn't go. Fear of missing out. It wasn't great. I got, put it this way, this is my entire haul in this bag, plus one other item which I shall henceforth and forthwith show you. That's it. I spent probably 20 quid at the most, maybe not even that. It wasn't great. It wasn't brilliant. But I've got stuff that I should be working through anyway. I've got Caroline's stuff to list. I've got a few bits left over. I've got a couple of charity shop bits. You can see this. I got from Pampered Chef Party 6 from the charity shop yesterday. I got a pink Monopoly, which was unusual, and a couple of other bits. So I've got stuff that I can work through this week. And to be honest, I'm not selling anything. So what's the rush to list anything else? It's been a very, very, very bad week on eBay. Beth Ann Hall's in. Lil and Alf. So I've got HEI now. Why is it as soon as you go live? Natalie, calm down, love. Lil and Alf, Gemma Lou, Beth Ann, Jason Entwistle, Laura S. Natalie Resells has got her finger stuck on the button, I think. Unless nobody else can see that, and it's just my screen that's come up 5 times. So yeah, really, really, really slow week on eBay. Really slow, really slow, really, really slow. Like, where are all the buyers? Where are all the views? Sorry, really, I've got an itchy eye. Becca Mills. Karen sold one of her gold festival tops. Nice work. Yeah, Karen's saying it's been awful. Sorting out listed stock at the moment, trying to condense. I don't know what's going on. I'm tempted to believe that there's some kind of problem with eBay. You know, we joke every now and again. We joke somebody's pulled the plug out of eBay, somebody switched it off. What's happened? You know, what's gone wrong? I'm tempted to believe this week that genuinely there's somebody's pulled the plug on eBay because it's been absolutely dire for everyone. Karen says she thinks it's the app update. Siv says, do I think it's really just eBay or wider Britain hasn't got any money issue? Why would Britain suddenly run out of money this week? I mean, I've had low weeks before, but this week has been different. This week has been really, really, really dead. Sal's guest is in. Karen says she did only send that message once. repeat. I'm going to get my message across. Suitcase says people aren't using eBay anymore and buying from Boohoo, Amazon, and the winners. Week before payday. That's it. All of these usual excuses, but this week has been different. Really, really different. I don't know what. But it's been my worst week for 3 years. I've not had a week like this for 3 years. I don't think I've missed anyone. So I'll show you what I've got. I had a bit of an Andrea Hills moment. At the car boot this morning. I bought this. This is a wicker magazine rack. It comes with a free cobweb, which is always nice, you know, because sometimes you have to pay extra for your cobwebs. And I might put the cobweb in the bin. I don't feel like I need that. It doesn't. Finger cobwebs don't let go. But yeah, bamboo or wicker? What do we think? I never know the might be bamboo. What's the difference between bamboo and wicker? Presumably different wood. Bamboo is bamboo wood, and wicker is from the wicker tree. I don't know. Either way, £2 in quite nice condition. If all else fails, I'll sell it to Andrea. Yeah, Kirsten says half the normal sales. Adam's on his 1 year anniversary of reselling. See, I've been doing this 15 years. 15 years, and sometimes I've been doing it a lot, and sometimes over those 15 years, eBay is one of those things that bubbles away in the background. Sometimes if I'm between jobs, I did more, sometimes I did less, but I've been doing it full time as my sole income and really focusing on it for 2 years. 2 years, really, really. Yeah, I don't think that's bamboo. I think it's wicker, although it might be bamboo. It's wicker. I'm going to put wicker. Yeah, really, really, you know, 2 years focusing on it and really, really trying to build it. I'm very round-shouldered, aren't I? A bit square-shouldered. And this is the worst week I've had in a long, long time. Natalie says, I've got 2 wicker magazine racks and a massive wicker coffee table with a glass top. Is that of your own in your house? Because if so, 3 is a lovely number. Everyone should have 3 magazine racks, and I know someone who's got one. Cameron says, today's one of those days looking at my stock and wanting to burn it all. Yeah, I get like that. I get days when I could literally just bundle it all into the car and donate it all to the charity shop and go out and get a proper job. And then I remember that I don't want to work for somebody else. Andy Gunn says her auction sold, but for a lower price than they normally would have. Ryan says, happy Father's Day, Carla. Thank you. I'm a single parent. I guess I'm mum and dad. Cheers for that. Happy Father's Day to any dads out there watching. Who reads magazines anymore? No, but you still buy them. You still buy them and the newspaper and all the other bits of crap you've got lying around. Lex is in. Good morning, Lex. Have you got over your hangover from the Stones gig yet? Natalie went out last night. I had to pick Natalie up on my way home from where I was. I was out seeing a friend, and I had to pick Natalie up on my way home. And she had been drinking wines. She told me she'd been drinking wines several times, that she'd been drinking wines and lots of wines, and she'd had many wines. And she told me all the way home about the wines she'd had, until I was like, if you don't stop whining about your fucking wines, I'm going to batter you. So she's gone off to work. I haven't seen her this morning because I left the house while she was still asleep. She's got up and gone off to work, but I'm willing to bet she's looking a bit fragile after all the wines. Oh, Natalie's got two magazine racks and a coffee table to sell. Damn it, I'm not going to be able to sell them to you then. Alexa's not yet got over her hangover. She's still been topping up. And early retirement rocks Elaine Fitzpatrick is in. I'm surprised you're not watching football, love. Is there not any football on at this time of day? Watching while running a bath, went to my car boot and washed. Ugh. Who gets up and has a bath to go to the car boot, though? Seriously, you just go, don't you? So what else did I get? This is going to be the tiniest haul ever. She looks like me. Who does? Elaine? Elaine's nothing like me. Elaine and I are not related. Is it the fact that we're both unwashed? Is that? Who looks like me? Somebody looks like... Is there somebody behind me? She looks like you. I got a bag of potato head bits, and when I first opened it, I was quite excited. Not excited. But, you know, quite pleased, because it had in there this, which is the Optimus Prime Transformers. I've got all these bits are falling out. Transformers bit, and he transformed into a fire-breathing dragon and stuff, blah, blah, blah. Adam says there's plenty of people who haven't watched for weeks at the car boots. Natalie looks like me. She is my daughter. There's no denying it. She looks a lot like her dad around the eyebrows. Yeah, she's got her daddy's eyebrows. But yeah, I was quite pleased that he was in there, and the little Optimus Prime head bit that goes with it. But half the bits are missing. So it would have been about 20 quid on his own, but he won't be now. So all of these will just go into a bundle with other potato heads. Ryan, question, how is your room moving around? Because you've moved around twice this week. Crazy. I told you, I put the entire house on one of those circular things that you decorate cakes on, and I'm just spinning the house a little bit for every video. Just to keep you guys going, just to panic you all up a bit. I got an IKEA hair. I can't remember what the IKEA name is. Armstrong or Lex Vark or something. I can't remember. But he'll go for probably a tenner. Floppy hair, and I paid £2 for 3 cuddlies and a Tetris light. So I think he was one of the cuddlies. The Tetris light. Oh God! This is the empty box for the Tetris light because all the bits have just fallen out of the bag. The Tetris light looks like this, and I haven't checked it to see if I've got all the bits. But it Tetris is together, funnily enough. You'll be surprised to hear that. Anthony's one. Anthony had one and it plugged in, but this one seems to be perhaps battery up. No, it says mains powered. Don't know. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm on about. Natalie says, "Does anybody want her death pile for 3K?" So gradually throughout the haul, I'll pull out bits of the Tetris light, and we'll see if we've got the whole thing in a minute. Sam's back from trying to search for bread. This is a Next White Rabbit, and this will go for 8 to 10-ish. Again, that was in the, I don't know, that might have been in the 3 for £2 bundle. I can't remember now. I paid £1 each for these 2 comforters. This one is the Grow Company, brand new with its tags somewhere. Yeah. This one is the Grow Company, again, tenner-ish. And this one I thought was just unusual. I hadn't seen anything like this. It's one of those all-natural cotton Save the Planet. It's all in German, which is going to be... Oh, the Medizin ist für... Karin, read this for me. The Medizin ist Würzigung seiner Mitarbeiter liegt dem Produzieren dieser alleine Artikel sehr am Herzen. Für Mitarbeiter und ihre... No. Even though my accent's not true. Basically, what it boils down to is they are organic cotton baby toys, and again, 12-ish. So I paid £1 each for those 2. Lainey Ray says, my daughter looks like me, but she has her dad's jaw, which she hates as he has a jawline like Buzz Lightyear. You realise if she reads this, if she's watching, you're in trouble. Karen's selling all her non-clothing stock. That's because you don't like non-clothing. Stop buying non-clothing, Karen. You don't like it. Lil and Alf's off to see the father-in-law for Father's Day. Have a lovely day. Sazguess, if you don't see comforters anywhere on eBay, where do you start with pricing? If I can't find them on eBay, then I start high, because I figure you can always come down. So depending on brand, I mean, if it's like a B&M one, then there's no point starting too high. But yeah, start high, you can always come down. That's my theory. It's a bit more Tetris light, and a bit more Tetris light, and a bit more. I'm not finding the bit that should have the plug though, so perhaps I haven't got the plug. I think it's just an ordinary transformer plug, so shouldn't be the end of the world. I picked up a tiny dopey. He's a beanie dopey. He was definitely in the 3 things and a pound and all the rest of it. This is a tiny haul. I'm nearly done. I got a Jane Austen Folio Society. A Folio Society Jane Austen Emma. This is a beautiful book. Look at this. It's never been read. Look at, you can tell those pages have never been cracked. Beautiful book, gorgeous illustrations, really nice. And this was £1. This was £1. She'll want to keep that. I won't keep it, but I will want to. Who gets a Folio Society Jane Austen for £1? Me, I do. There's another bit of Tetris. I don't think I've got the plug. A pair of skull clogs. I'll show you them in a second. Hang on, I'll just get my... Yeah, no, the plug's not in there. That's annoying. So yeah, skull clogs for £2. They look, I would say, little worn. They've got a little bit of tread mark on the bottom, but little worn. Possibly because the damn things are uncomfortable. They're supposed to be orthopedic, aren't they? But I've definitely sold these before successfully. I can't remember how much for. It was a while ago, but I know I've sold them. So how many Tetris bits should I have? I should have 7. I've got 7. I just don't have a plug. Contains 7 individual Tetrimino lights and a mains adapter. No, it doesn't. Darn it. People are talking about their breakfast. As long as you're all happy, eh? But yeah, Anthony had one of these, and I think we sold it to my friend Tammy because she was eyeing it up. I'm building it below the level of the screen. I've just realised that. You guys can't see what I'm doing. I just look like I'm messing about. So yeah, basically you build it. Ah! You build it and then it all goes crashing down. You build it into a shape, whatever shape suits you. And the metal bits connect around and make it. I'm sure you've seen these before. I'm sure I'm teaching my grandmother to suck eggs. But yeah, no mains adapter. I'll find one. I'm like every other human being. I've got a big box of cables somewhere that isn't being used for anything. So I will find one before I flog it. Or you can probably buy a mains adapter for about threepence, can't you? Probably about threepence. And that's all I've got. Like I said, I've got the skull, the skull shoes. Skull's lager, isn't it? Claire's eating peppered mackerel. Some people are odd. Yeah, so that's it. That's my entire haul. Very small haul. Don't know what I'm going to get from my Wicker magazine rack. Not very lot if Natalie resells undercuts me with hers. Total spend today is probably under 20 quid, Ryan. Possibly under 15 quid. £2 on the magazine rack. £2 on comforters. Somebody do the maths. £2 on the magazine rack. £2 on comforters. £2 on Mr. Potato Head, which I wouldn't have bought if I'd realised he wasn't complete with all his bits. So 2, 4, 6. £2 on the cuddlies. That's 8. £2 on the shoes. It was about £2 day. 10, 11. Definitely, possibly under 15 quid. 12t. Yes, £12. That's what I've spent. £12. So Ryan's not been to the car boot sale. Do you not go to the car boot sales, Ryan? You don't know what you're missing, mate. It's an absolute blast. Absolute. I was a riot this morning. I couldn't have been happier about it. I wasn't very well. I have not listed any of Caroline's stuff yet. I have not bought Caroline's stuff upstairs yet. It's all still downstairs in the front room. How lazy is that? I have worked through an awful lot this week of stuff that I've had because I didn't do any listing at the beginning half of the week. So I cracked on with it a lot the second half of the week and worked through a lot of stuff. Does anybody have in their stock any of these? This is the World at War that was given away with the Daily Mail. I only need one part for a complete set. I need part 24. So if anybody... No, that's not true. I need the Great War part 24. God, see, I'm telling lies. I need one of these and I don't know which one it is. This one, the Great War, I need part 24. If anybody has a pile of these old discs, if you mind having a rummage through, and if you've got a 24, let me know. I'd be very grateful because that would make up a full set for me. Adam Kelsey says a blast is probably about right for you today, Carla. Like I said, touch wood. Touch wood, everything's been okay today. Just last night was a bit unexpected. But of course I've taken Imodium, so I'll probably be fine now for about 3 weeks until I get uncomfortable. It's a scary face. Well, that's all right. So, what, all these people who don't go to car boots, what do you do instead? How, you know, Ryan says he buys bulk stock. What do you, obviously you might not give away specific secrets, but, you know, how do you buy your bulk stock? Do you buy a lot of stuff on Facebook, or do you have contacts? If so, don't bother telling us who they are. You know what I'm asking. Lex's question, I'm now BFFs with Brian. Will you be jealous? I wondered where he'd gone. He's barely spoken to me for 2 days. It's because he's been in your pocket, Lex. I am extremely jealous. Brian is my own personal friend, and I wasn't sharing him. This all stems from me making that mistake about his doll's legs, and I knew it was the end of us. I knew it was the end. I knew he would never get over it, despite the public apology. I'll be more jealous of you for Brian for being friends with you see, because I want to be your BFF. Karen says that Lex's interview with Caroline was fab. I enjoyed that. I really did. And Marion's little starring role in the corner. Adam Kelsey says maybe eBay's taken some Imodium. That would explain it. That would explain the blockage in the sales flow. Karen says she gets charity shops bulk buy from contacts and some buying online. I know you get stuff from the charity shops, seeing you opening your bags and saying that you've got contacts at charity shops or whatever. I don't think I would. The problem that I excuse me. Oh, hang on. Speaking of Natalie. Good morning, Natalie. You are live on Channel 4. Please do not swear. First thing she said was F off. I'm just doing my live stream. What do you want? I wasn't and I can't. Sorry. Okay. Love you. How's your wine head? You sound like you might still be a bit drunk, if I'm honest. How did I wake you up? Probably, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, this is fun, but people are now watching this on live stream, so I'm going now. Bye. Natalie says she loves you all. Bye, Nat. Natalie says she loves you all. Apparently, I woke her up at 7 o'clock. Lex says I can be her BFF too. Lex, we must get together. We're not that far apart. We should probably take Ryan out for the day and terrify him. Karen says she mainly buys from charity shops and buys some stuff from the shop sales. Deborah wants to be Brian's BFF. We're all fighting over Brian here. This is ridiculous. I have cooked the gammon, Claire. I have finally cooked the gammon, although it's now been sitting in the slow cooker for 2 days, so it's probably gone fucking mouldy now from sitting in, sitting in the poor weather. I wasn't really loving the gammon. I don't know why. Lex says I spent £50 at the charity shops yesterday. They all brought out their vintage stuff as it was a 1940s theme day in the town centre. I bet you had a lovely time with that. There you go. Ryan said, Brian, what about Ryan? But I said, Ryan. I said, Lex and I should get together and meet up with you for the day, Ryan, doing it yourself lifestyle, and terrify you. Deb Stevens says, what does Brian look like? If you go on to the Celtic Traders channel, there is an interview with Brian from October-ish last year. Yeah, interview with Brian by Electronic Firing Squad. So have a look, see if you can find him. Natalie's just signed in. She says, I'm really hungry, send fry-ups. That's because you had all the wines. That's why you're hungry. So yeah, Lex and I are going to get together and have a scary day out and see if we can frighten the pants off Ryan. Brian, however, is a long way away and it might not be so easy to have a day out with him. On account of the fact that he's in California right now. Dave Rowland's joined us. Hi, Dave. Natalie, you can't have any bacon. So yeah, so Ryan is not telling us how he gets his stock. He's keeping that under his hat. Oh, you could hear Natalie on the phone, could you? Yeah, what I was trying to say just when the phone rang was that about Karen. I know, Karen, you get bags of stuff from the charity shop. I find if I don't pick it, I don't love it. So every time I've bought a bulk buy from somebody, I've bought bags of clothes from friends before. I've bought bags of clothes from Facebook. If I haven't chosen it specifically and picked it myself, I can't summon up any enthusiasm for it. I just go through it going, I don't want any of this. I don't want this. I wouldn't have bought this. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. And I know that you're happy, Karen, to go with fast turnover for relatively small returns. And I do that. I definitely, I'm a bread and butter person. I don't do the whole, I'm going to price it high and wait forever. I can't afford to do that. I need to keep it moving. But I don't know if I could summon up the enthusiasm to do that on a large scale with stuff that I don't care about. Does that make any sense? Lainey's talking about her healthy eating plan at the moment. Natalie's at work, so she can't go out for breakfast. I think Deborah Stevens is going to bring you some breakfast at this rate. This is looking quite good for you, Natalie. Lex Oliver says you've got to do what works for your body, Lainey. I know moderation doesn't work for me, lol. I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, dear. I'm sure I've got some spanners in there. Let's see which of us gets to that first. And well done, whoever that was. Well done, Lex. Fastest mod in the West. Ryan says, I buy in bulk, for example, 300 pairs of shoes last and 1,000 items of clothing. Doing this, I get all this in one day. To find that quantity at charity. Okay, so but when you buy this in bulk, when you've got your 1,000 items of clothing and you look through it, how much of it is stuff that you would have bought if you were picking, if you were actually choosing the items? How much of it is, and how much of it is stuff that you wouldn't normally have bothered with? Natalie's being offered toast in the chat. Lex is flipping quick on the old modern. She's fastest finger first. It's all. I can feel it beginning to go downhill. I can feel this conversation beginning to slide. Oh dear, it's always the way. I'm really tired. Can you tell? I didn't sleep very well. I think because, like I said, because of having this unexpected illness late last night, this ill moment, and then I led there wondering if it was all going to go horribly wrong and I was going to have to rush downstairs. Because this is what you may not realise is we only have downstairs toilets in these houses. They were built in the 40s, and the only toilet is downstairs behind the kitchen. Would have been an outside toilet once, and they just extended the house walls and brought it inside, you know. But yeah, so there's no upstairs bathroom, which means if you are unwell in the night, it's a long travel, a long, urgent journey. Okay, so sorry, Ryan's answered my question. He says 70 to 80% really he would list about, and the rest he would give some states to car boots. But would you see? I'm brand specific with quite a lot of my listing. Nobody cares about your hunger, Natalie. Get a bucket by the bed. Not all right for vomiting, but not for the other end. Nobody wants to do that in a bucket by the bed. Get a commode. Cosmic Kate says, my house can't take the bulky stuff. It's one bed. Got any lucrative ideas on small stuff? You are only trammeled by your own beliefs. Karen sells clothes in the chat. I'm sure she won't mind me saying. I think she's got a 2-bedroom flat, and she stores most of her stock in the front room because that's the only place there's space for it. And she's got over 1,000 listings. So it is determinate on how you are prepared to cope, how you are willing to manage, I guess. I don't think eBay reselling from a small premises works if you are extremely house proud. And I don't mean that as an insult to anyone who's doing it, because I'm doing it from small premises. What I mean is if you are the kind of person who cannot cope with stuff, if you are minimalist and you want everything to be put away and everything to look spotless all the time, I think you will struggle with being an eBay reseller in a small premises. I'm trying not to offend anyone. Anyway, there you go, Natalie. Lex says, toffee crisp and a slush puppy is the best hangover cure. I'm not bringing you a bacon sandwich, Natalie. I'm not doing it. You work next door to a shop. Go next door and get food. Ring across to the cafe and get them to deliver you a bacon sandwich. I'm not doing it. Yeah, clothing and jewelry with fast turnover. Karen says she has stock everywhere. And Adam Kelsey started a campaign, #feed Natalie. Yeah, Lex says resellers are like goldfish. We grow as big as our space will allow. Absolutely. Dave Rowland said it's taken about 2 weeks to tidy up the flat. I can now get into it. Natalie, you are not a hero. You've done nothing remotely heroic. Lainey, stop winding up about the bacon sandwich. Yeah, Karin says that true. I said at the beginning, no stock in the living room, but that didn't last long. Natalie, stop shouting. Elaine says my husband is a tidiness freak, so I keep my stock in one bedroom and the garage. Deb Stevens, if you get her a bacon sandwich, you're going to have to deliver it. I'm not going to the shop to take her food. I'm not doing it. She could have left the house with food this morning. Carrie says a can of Pepsi and a Snickers used to be my hangover cure. And Adam Kelsey says #it was the wines. So I'm off out this afternoon, and then I'm out for dinner tonight. So let's hope my stomach doesn't let's hope my stomach's finished whatever it thought it was doing, because that won't be fun. Baz Wright says Natalie should have gone to the car boot. She could have had a bacon roll there. He's got a jolly good point. She should have got up this morning. I'm not saying anything about where I had my breakfast and the fact that Natalie didn't have any. We're not going to talk about it. Okay, Ryan says, yes, I'm brand specific as well. Most is good brands. Takes a lot of space, time and money up, but saves a lot of time searching around for stuff. Yeah. I wonder if it's a different kind of thing for a guy than for a woman. I wonder if our approach is different to clothing specifically. So I don't know. I don't know whether I'm just being sexist against women, which is entirely possible. But to me, maybe my choice of clothing to sell is on whether I think it's stylish and I like it, and maybe to you it's all just women's clothes anyway, so it'd be fine. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you are a style guru, Ryan, and I'm slating you perhaps. Deb Stevens, can I have bets of France winning the World Cup? Swansea, Cardiff. Well, Swansea not in the World Cup, Deb Stevens. Definitely not. How odd. Christian Hancock, do you ever go to Whitchurch Car Boot? I go occasionally. I ought to go every week, and I don't go every week. It's the one that I talk about on here sometimes. You may not have watched me before, so welcome for the first time. For where I am, I'm over by Southmead Hospital, and to go to Whitchurch, because it's a lunchtime car boot, because I have to go around town one way or the other to get there, it's a trek. It's a pain in the ass to get there, and it annoys me because it's in the middle of the day. If it was a morning one, I wouldn't mind so much. I'd go out early morning and get back and miss most of the traffic. But having to trek around town traffic at that time of day, I just find a nuisance. So I don't go as often as I should. When I do go, it can be a bit hit and miss. There's an awful lot of kids stuff there. Sue's part of Shane would love it because she'd be in her element buying toys. But sometimes I come back with a load of good stuff and sometimes I don't. But I do find as well, with it being in the middle of the field with no shelter from the sun or whatever, it can be a bit overpowering as well on a hot day. So I can see that Leah's joined us. No, I'm not going to Cardiff, Deb Stevens. Not today. I just realised she wasn't asking if Cardiff was in the World Cup. Natalie Reese says is about to change her name. Not sure what to. Something different to mine, Natalie, to stop people throwing bacon sandwiches out, I expect. Oh, Natalie works in a bookies, by the way. If you're wondering why she's putting the odds up, she works in a bookies. I've got Tunisia and Germany in the sweepstake for the World Cup, and then I've got another unknown one. So I joined in a sweepstake at my friend's work where they're all just in there. You don't know who you've got until afterwards. So the envelope is opened afterwards. And then if you've won, you've won. Leah's had a sale. Nice one, Leah. I could do with some sales. Where are Tunisia and Germany looking in the rankings now? Am I looking like winning with either of those? Lex Oliver's back in Germany. Well, they won last time. So they could do it again, providing they haven't fired everyone or their entire team hasn't died or something. They could do it again. I feel confident about Germany. I don't feel massively confident about Tunisia. I don't know if they're a huge blast in the footballing world. Lex Oliver says, let's all change our name to Sib K. Please don't do that. I'll be so confused. Germany's second favourite at 9-2. Is that good? That's good. Second favourite is good. Tunisia, nowhere, no? Yeah, Elaine's already got her bets on for today's game. Any of you guys do match betting? I was talking to Natalie about this. I don't want to do it personally, but Natalie was looking for something. I don't know how it would work with her working in a bookies, whether she'd actually get in trouble for it. But do any of you guys do it? I know there's a chap on... One of the chaps on Instagram does it, and I can't think who it is. Yeah. Tunisia is 750 to 1. They're in the bottom 5. Feeling very confident about my draw of Tunisia in the sweepstakes. Really confident about that. 750 to 1. They might win. You never know. Underdog. Karen says she doesn't gamble. Leah says match betting is so hard and time consuming. That's what every time I've looked at it, I've thought it seems very, very complicated. If you can see me scratching, it's sorry, I've not got fleas. This jumper has studs on and they itch on the inside of this t-shirt. These kind of metal star studs and they itch. It's a very bad design. I really like it, but it's poor design. Dave Rowland said, I did do match betting, but I stopped about 8 months ago. Side income man, that's it, Sib Shepherd. That's who I was thinking of. Gemma Lou says, I did match betting. It works, but once you burn through all the joining offers, the money drops and gets very boring very fast. England are 16-1. Sib says Cora does it, yeah. Elaine says, I'm an experienced gambler, but cannot get my head around match betting. I did give it a go. I must try it again. I'm an experienced gambler as well, but sadly my problem is fruit machines. No, Ryan, no. Don't make me moderate you. You're supposed to be one of my moderators. Alzatic is fashionably late again, yeah. Karen's paying her bills, it makes her want to cry. Natalie says free bet for anyone that brings her bacon. She can't give you a free bet. Don't listen to her. Lisa's in. Good morning, Lisa. And Natalie, no, Dave, she does eat other things. She also eats pepperoni pizza. Bacon and pizza, and that's about it. Milkshake. Lydia says, what's Egypt's chances in the World Cup? And Sibke says, about the same as Claire joining you in a live feed. How much have I missed? All of it, Lisa. All of it. There's 63 people watching, so hi, everybody. I'm sure there's only about 20 of us in the chat. If you're watching and not chatting, please do come and say hello. We're very friendly, as you can see. We talk a load of bump. Ryan's going to bring you Domino's, Natalie. Isn't that nice of him? It's a bit of a trek from Swansea. I think it might be a bit chilly by the time he gets there. Dave Rowland's still offering toast. See, Dave, you got to up your game, mate. If you're in competition with Ryan and he's offering Domino's, I'm not sure toast is going to cut it somehow. Leah says Claire's coming on a live feed on Monday, but to be honest, I'll believe that when I see it. I don't think Claire's real. I think Leah's made Claire up. I do. I think what we're going to get is one of those cardboard outlines of a person sitting next to Leah, and with a little hole cut, and Leah pulling a string to make the mouth move up and down. Lex Oliver saying to people, no, don't say hello, we don't like strangers. This is a local chat for local people. It's not a local chat. Not a local chat for local people. Good morning, Marigold Blue. Leah says, yes, she's my imaginary wife. Imaginary friends are the best kind. They don't argue with you. Everybody's talking about bacon again. This is pretty much a bacon chat this morning. Ryan, she's 21. That's my daughter, and she's 21. She doesn't reach the age of consent for about another 30 years. Okay, just so you know. The legal national age of consent is completely different to the age of consent in this family for my daughter. Sib K says, haha, Leah, you can see the stitch on the images in Leah's profile photo. Oh, Lex says, I've got 3 imaginary friends and they all hate me. It's gone horribly wrong if even your own friends are falling out with you. Alzatic, we were talking about eBay earlier on. It's died. Somebody has not only pulled the plug out, but actually burnt the building down, I think. eBay is shocking. Absolutely shocking. Behave, Ryan! Natalie Jenkins, come back and sort Ryan out. Karen says, right now, I'd love an imaginary husband. The house would stay tidy then. No, it wouldn't, because a lot of that's your tap for eBay. Who are you kidding? Nice try. Adam Kelsey's getting all romantic. Roses are red, violets are blue. Bacon. Oh, Karen says, my daughter's 10 and has her first little crush and my husband hates it. Daddy with his gun out. Neville's cooking tea while listening. I always forget that Neville's in a world where it's tea time at my breakfast time. Natalie Resell says, match betting is great to make a quick few K, but not long term. No, I'm not buying Domino's for dinner, Natalie. I'm out for dinner tonight. Buy your own Domino's. Ryan's going to bring you Domino's. You just got to wait for him to get there from Swansea. And then apparently you have to pay for it in sexual favours or something. Leah says, my dog's barking like a right good one because the guy doing our fence. I didn't know you had a dog. What dog have you got, Leah? Your dog's never made an appearance in the live streams. Or at least not what I've been watching. We like dogs. We're a big fan of dogs. Apart from that idiot over there. He's snoring. He can't hear me. Oh, God. Sib K started something now. What's your favourite pizza, Natalie J? If you say pineapple, you get banned. She might... Oh, she is still there. It was not approved, Dave Rowland. It was not approved. A chocolate lab. Oh, Rupert. I want to meet Rupert. Bring Rupert on screen next time. Yeah, where was I? I've lost my thread completely. Natalie's favourite pizza, pepperoni. She believes that pineapple does not belong on a pizza. I like pineapple on a pizza. I don't care. I'm a rebel. I do what I want. Pineapple does belong on a pizza. Also, mango in a chicken sandwich. Oh my god, chicken and mango sandwiches. Amazeballs. Leah's going to tag me in a video on Instagram so that I can see Rupert. Yay. Barbecue chicken and bacon on a pizza. Yeah, see, pineapple. Pineapple's important in men's diets. Very important. You should always have pineapple. Always. Daily. Constantly. Pretty much live on the damn stuff, men. They should. Pineapple on pizza equals council. This is a council estate. I live in a council house. I'm a council bird. Chav. Yeah, see, lots of people like pineapple on pizzas. Chicken, mushroom, and sweet corn. I'm not overly keen on chicken on a pizza. I had a chicken pizza years ago that made me very unwell. And although I realise that doesn't mean all chicken pizza is going to do it, it's funny how it leaves you with a little bit of a kind of like, don't feel very confident in that anymore. Carrie says, who else does YouTube? As I follow a few, but I'm sure I'm missing some. Nearly everyone in the chat does YouTube, I think. Anybody in the chat who does YouTube, shout now. Laney Ray says, my dog killed a rat, brought it in the house, and then rolled in its dead remains, and my son screamed high enough to break glass and then hide in my room. Okay, Karin does YouTube. Karen does YouTube. Ryan does YouTube very, very occasionally. Lex does YouTube. Who else is in? Come on, people, shout up if you've got a YouTube channel. I will give. Leah does YouTube. I will give you a little shout. If you have a complicated channel name, I won't be able to help you out there. Lex Oliver is just Lex Oliver. Karin makes herself Fisher. Yeah, everybody, all these people. Yeah, Adam Kelsey watches YouTube, which is good because otherwise there'd be absolutely no point in the rest of us being here. Oh, Reselling Polly, she does YouTube. Lisa Fenn doesn't do YouTube. I'm starting to find it difficult to say do YouTube now. You know, when you say something too many times and it gets a bit odd. Natalie Resell says, I do YouTube if my family and friends couldn't find me. You could always do it like anonymous and wear a mask and have an anonymous name and maybe a voice changer. You could wear one of those Chewbacca masks and do YouTube with one of them on. Natalie does not do YouTube. Natalie did appear on my YouTube video with Caroline the other day, but only briefly. Claire King says, I once uploaded a video of feet at a market. Does that count? Oh yes, Elaine Fitzpatrick has recently started a YouTube channel. She thinks she's terrible. She's not. She's really not that bad at all. Yeah, go and watch Elaine Fitzpatrick. I've enjoyed her videos very much. Shout out to the watchers. Yeah, Deb Stevens doesn't do YouTube. But yeah. Oh, Lainey has a blog. Lainey's blog is Big Girls Do Cry. Lainey, or Big Girls Don't Cry? Big Girls Do Cry. Yeah. If you can get a link in there, Lainey, by all means do. But I think we've tried to put links in the chat before and find it won't work. Lisa Fences, I've been told I ought to do YouTube, but I don't resell, so what the hell would I talk about? Plenty of people out there doing other stuff. You do crafts. You have foster cats. You could put a picture of your cats playing, a video of your cats playing, and people would watch it. Surprising what people watching me. There's people out there watching this. 70 people watching me talking bunkum, reading the chat. I love you all for watching. 71 now. Love you for watching. But aren't we odd that we do that? I do it too, so I'm just as odd as you. 72. Just watching people living. It's a strange human thing that we do. Peter Ray does YouTube, yeah. Natalie's not allowed to film in the shop. Oh, Elaine's filming a video later on pickups from a posh charity shop. I look forward to seeing that. But yeah, people, we talked about this the other day, weren't we? People watch cleaning videos. People watch all sorts. Lex says I'm the highlight of her week. You've been to see the Rolling Stones in the last 48 hours, and I'm the highlight of your week. I am bigger than Jagger. I mean, obviously I'm bigger than Jagger because he's built like that. Is he still doing that dancing thing where he looks like somebody's got a ruler and is poking him in the back? He's always danced like that, like somebody's jabbing him in the back of the spine. But yeah, apparently, there you go. Apparently I'm bigger than Jagger. Not just bigger than, but bigger. Legend. There you go. Elaine called me royalty once. I laughed for about 3 days. Yes, you could film your cleaner. Absolutely. You're supposed to let her know if you're going to film her and put it on YouTube. Yeah, Adam Kelsey says, reading the chat that we can all read. Exactly. I haven't got used to the fact that the chat remains there. So obviously when I started doing YouTube, I still read out the chat so that anyone watching it later would know what was going on. And now I don't need to do it, but it's still an ingrained habit now. Imaginary Claire loves cleaning vids. That's right. It says might need to start charging for seats. Yeah, I'll use the super chat function and block everybody's comments unless they super chat every time. God, can you imagine? Have I got moves like Jaggy? I can jerk. Lex says yes, they were awesome, but also about 2 miles away in the stadium. I went to see Take That. Don't laugh. I went to see Take That in Cardiff, and it's a big old arena, that, and there are little dots in the distance. You're like, okay, this is so much better than watching them on a TV screen where I can see them up close. I'm sure it is. I'm sure this is brilliant. Are you bigger than the other Jenkins, Catherine? Yeah, I think she's about 12. I'm definitely bigger than her. Mrs. Cowell's joined us. Hi, Mrs. Cowell. But yeah, it's strange what I watch. Question. Sorry, Ryan, I missed your question. Favourite holiday you've been on? Oh, I could tell you the worst ones. It's funny how they spring to mind quicker. I've been on lots of really good holidays to Turkey. Lots of really good holidays in Marmaris. Cracking holidays in Alanya. We had a really nice time in Nurka in Spain. That was our first ever foreign holiday. I don't know if any of them stand out as the best holiday ever. I've been very lucky. I've had some lovely holidays. We had a terrible one in Blanes. We went to Blanes in Spain. It was a very cheap deal, and it was very late in the season. It was so late in the season, everything was shut. Literally, it was like walking through a ghost town. And it rained solidly. It rained absolutely solidly for the entire week we were there. Of course, you go out in winterish clothes, but you've got a suitcase full of summer clothes expecting nice weather. So we spent the entire week in the laundrette trying to keep our 1 or 2 sets of winterish clothes clean to wear the next day and drying stuff, because it was absolutely just hammering down. I came home with completely black feet where I'd worn my shoes so long the dye had run out of my shoes and my feet were just dyed. And that lasted ages. I couldn't get it off. I considered bleaching my feet. It was a terrible week. And yet we still had a good time in a way, because you're away, aren't you? Ex Oliver's met Catherine Jenkins. She's got a great pair of personalities. Question: what makes for a bad holiday? Poor company and terrible food. Those are my 2 things. I mean, I'm very lucky that usually I don't go away with poor company. But terrible food will ruin it for me, because one of my joys in life, this is going to be a shock to you all, one of my joys in life is eating. So terrible food is yeah. Karen's put they run out of alcohol, but I don't drink, so that doesn't bother me. Adam Kelsey says, isn't Blanes in Wales? Probably. There's probably one there as well. Blanes. Looks like Blanes, but it's pronounced Blanes in Spain. Just up the road from Lloret de Mar, I think, or something like that. The only decent day we had on that holiday, the only decent day weather-wise, was the day that we decided we would go on the train to Barcelona. And off we went on the train to Barcelona in our winter clothes, because it had been such terrible, terrible weather. And that day it was blazing hot. We ended up buying something cooler to wear in Barcelona, despite the fact that we had a suitcase full of unworn summer clothes in the sodding apartment back in Blanes. And then as we got back into Blanes on the train that evening, the rain came back. It was like, this is meant to be. Just meant to be. I don't know, Natalie. I don't know whether the Crescent Cafe in Westbury is open on a Sunday. I think it might be. I think we went there once. But I don't know for sure. I don't think they'll deliver. Yes, I eat pineapple on pizza. That's not terrible food. Oh, Leah's been to see Pink. Natalie and I would love to go and see Pink. I love Pink. Natalie and I would really, really love that. I had the chance of going to see Ed Sheeran, which I know some people would go, who wants to see Ed Sheeran. A friend of mine said a couple of weeks ago she'd got tickets for Ed Sheeran. Did I want to go? And I was like, yes, yes, yes. And then she was like, they're standing tickets. And I was like, no, 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 I can't do it. I physically cannot stand for the length of a gig. And I can't be doing crowds. So the standing room bit is always just people pushing against you. And I can't do it. I would end up having a fight. Neville says 73 people watching and 9 likes. That means 64 people and 60. I can't do the maths. 62 people, 64 people are not having a good time. Sorry about that, you 64 people. Sorry if I'm boring you. I can see why you might be bored. I'm talking about a terrible holiday I had. I'm discussing whether you should have pineapple on a pizza. I can see why you're not bothered. Paul Mosley's in. Hi, Paul. Lainey Ray says her daughter went to see Beyonce. There's only 3 words in all of Beyonce's songs. She doesn't put any effort in at all. 64 people distracted. 64 people are off doing something else, and I'm just on in the background. Hitman UK is in. I could do with a ka-ching, I have to say. I've had the only ka-chings I've had this morning are a couple of people paying for stuff from last night. Yesterday turned out to be an okay sales day in the end, but only because I accepted a few offers that I wouldn't normally have played with. but yeah, I haven't had anything yet today. And it's not that I'm not listing, because I listed. I really, really listed. I really, 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 really listed. Claire King says the Just Eat app would be full of places that would deliver food, Natalie. I don't think Natalie's got any money, which is why she's leaning on her mother to deliver a bacon sandwich. It's not going to happen. I'm not making a bacon sandwich and taking to her. I'm a horrible, 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 horrible person. So, if you could all pop onto my eBay and buy lots of stuff, that would be great. So I won't starve in the gutter. Yeah, Dave Rowland says, I remember when you used to ka-ching every time Nick had an interview with me. Yeah, it doesn't happen anymore. My ka-ching's gone. I mean, I've still got my ka-ching on my phone, but it's just not happening. It's just not happening. Question: have you got anything on your reseller wish list? Do you mean things that I'm looking out for that I'd like to find? My Bolo wish list. I have never found a Ghost Castle. I've never found a Hero Quest. I've never found a Flat Eric. Is he called Flat Eric? The yellow bloke. I have never found a Mewtwo camera. And there's lots of things that I keep thinking, all these people are finding these, where's mine? I'll find mine at some point. But yeah, there's a couple of clothing brands that I would like to find that I never have, but not many. I've found most. Justice for Natalie, is that still a thing? Yeah, Flat Eric, that's what he's called, the yellow bloke. It's weird, isn't it? Because I find I see designer stuff at the card and I'm like, that's going to be fake. That's going to be fake. I'm not buying that. Claire O'Leary says, I want to find a Quaker Oats bowl. This morning I saw a Honey Monster, but they wanted a tenner for him and I didn't love him enough for that. Never found any Bakelite. Yeah, Neville says the answer is start talking to Nick. If I get Nick on live, perhaps I'll get some ka-ching. Can I put Domino's money in your account? Are you going to give it back? Are you asking me to lend you? Sorry, this is my daughter. For anyone watching, I don't just put money for pizza into people's bank accounts. Just in case all the viewers now are like, oh, free pizza money. If you're going to pay me back, Natalie, then yes, I will lend you money for Domino's. But surely Domino's aren't delivering at 11 a.m, are they? Oh, Natalie says she saw Ed Sheeran a couple of weeks ago. It was out of this world. Lex wants to find a Chanel suit. We get lots of 80s concerts around here, Lainey, as well. Loads of them. Hitman UK has been to 2 car boots this morning at 5 a.m, finished at 8 a.m, came home with 3 items. All stores were full of rubbish. It wasn't good this morning out there. It really wasn't. But like I said, I wasn't too bothered about not doing too much sourcing since I'm not doing too much selling. This week I've actually got over 900 listings for the first time ever. And I almost celebrated a bit in my head that I'd finally made it over 900 listings. And then I realised the reason I've made it over 900 this week is because my sales are so low. So normally I list this roughly the same amount during the week as I sell during the week, which has kept me at an even place around about the 850-ish. But this week, because the sales are gone and I've been listing like fury, I've gone over 900. It feels like I ought to celebrate and I don't want to. Dave Rowland has just super chatted £5 and he's put £5 super chat for Natalie's bacon desires. That's very kind of you, Dave. I will send that £5. Oh, Lex Oliver's put £2 in as well. Is this becoming Natalie? You've got to GoFundMe for your breakfast, mate. I will send that money across to Natalie's bank account and she can order some kind of breakfast product. That's what you need, Natalie. You need a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter for your breakfast funds. Elaine Fisp. Oh, sorry, I've just scrolled past a question. Sorry. Leah says I've got DVB, and Vicky Beckham. I don't know what DVB is. David. I don't know. I don't know. Those are 2 brands that I've never actually found. I've never found any Victoria Beckham stuff. How do you do what, Deb? Deb says, how do you do that? But I don't know what she's asking. And Elaine says, I've got a Quaker Oats bowl, just the plain pale blue one with the logo inside. It's mine. I won it in a competition. She's going to be selling that now. Now she's realised it's... Okay, Dave Rowland, if... Oh, God. Karen's now sent 199, says, pretend it's a ka-ching. Ka-ching! Thank you, Karen. I'm assuming this is all for Natalie's breakfast fund. These super chats. I presume they're not for me. Oh, DVB, David and Victoria Beckham, maybe. Yeah, Dave Rowland says there's a $sign below the chat window. That is super chat. And yeah, Deb Stevens saying how you give it. That's what Dave's telling you, Deb. Underneath the chat window, there's a little $sign in a square, and when people press that, they can make a super chat donation to the channel if they want to. It's absolutely not expected, and it's extremely nice of you to do so, and I'm very, very grateful. Thank you very much. But this is, like I said, I think this is Natalie's breakfast fund. I don't think this is for me at all. I think this is people feeling sorry for my poor deprived child because she hasn't got any food, despite the fact that she's 21 and she left the house this morning. She could have taken food with her. Just saying. Yeah, YouTube takes a bit of it. I'm not sure how much they take, but they take a percentage of it. But yeah, thank you guys. That's really kind of you. Bazwright says, I spent £10 at the car boot today. £3 was on food. Yeah, and took Anthony this morning. He had what did he? Diane von Furstenberg. Yeah. Sorry, I'm dropping about between conversations now. Anthony had a sausage and bacon roll at the car boot. See, Anthony's had breakfast, Natalie. He paid for himself. Elaine says, I saw Ben Fitzpatrick sell a Quaker Oats bowl a while ago. I will sell it at some point. I did have a nice surprise. This week I found one of Ben's bread bins. You know, Ben sold the Nigella Living Kitchen bread bin. He sold his for £100. I found one in the charity shop for £6, £6.99, which I was very pleased. I was very pleased to find it. However, it had a chip under one of the handles, so I have listed mine at £49.99 with postage and best offer. And you know, if I get anything like that, I'll be delighted. It's not in as good condition as the one as Ben's was in either. But yeah, I was really, really pleased to find that. So that was a nice little. I went, oh, look, it's a Ben bread bin. Oh, thank you, Ben. Apparently the Quaker bowls sell for about 50 quid. I don't even know what they look like. I must go and look at these Quaker bowls. Adam Kelsey says Ben's making bread bins now. Yeah, he's branched out. He's gone into ceramics. Alzatic says it's super chat only on the PC, and Leah says it's on the phone. I'm looking at it on the PC and I can see it, but I don't know. I never view YouTube on my phone, so I do not know the answer. Are you getting Crescent don't deliver though, do they not? I'm very confused. Natalie's sending me love hearts and kisses and all sorts of stuff. I don't think Crescent Cafe deliver love, so I don't see how you're going to get this food. Right, so how much money do you want, Natalie? This is terrible. I'm actually having to send the child money. They're supposed to grow out and wanting your money, aren't they, when they're 21? Let's hope you guys can't hack through into my bank account, eh? Although if you did, you'd probably feel so sorry you'd send more. Now I'm sending you money. You can have £1. Eat small food. Some of that you owe me back. Some of that has not been covered by the Natalie Jenkins GoFundMe breakfast appeal. Some of that you will have to pay me back. Natalie says, I've got the Kellogg's football bowls, need to get them listed. I've had some of those sold. I've got some of the old Kellogg's bowls listed. They've been going very, very slowly. Karen says, question, how much have you got unlisted? Not a lot anymore. There is this dress, which I've got to go ahead and put up. I was hanging on trying to find a jacket to go with it, but I don't think that's going to happen. And then, can you see in the cupboard? Or why is my arm in the way? That way. So, some stuff here, it's not as much as it looks because there's some larger stuff that's just clutter out space. The bag at the back is a potato head bundle, which I will complete now with the stuff I bought today. A few bits of clothing rammed in there. That thing that I bought that the dog sits in the car seat is in there. So that needs gone. The stuff up there is stuff that needs pieces replacing or needs a bit of gluing or something. So strictly speaking, it needs listing and I should work my way through it at some point. But I'm not feeling any particular desire to do it in a hurry. And then upstairs in the loft, there's still some stuff that I got from the charity shop last year, toys-wise. Oh, Neville's also sent £2. Thank you very much, Neville. That's very, very kind of you. Claire King says, funny, I have to leave the live to send my son money. I've started a rash. Ryan says, why is she skint now? Why is Nat skint? Because she spent all her money on having the dog trimmed, I think. Yeah, so there's some mug making stuff in the loft that needs listing. There's some toys up there. There's stuff that shouldn't have gone up there in the first place. And then I've got Caroline's stuff. And then I've got the picnic basket, and the massive basket of mugs, which has now got pushed so far back that you guys can't even see it anymore. But yeah, so that's got to be listed. And then that's about it. I've got odds and ends that are waiting for something to complete a bundle or whatever. So I need a couple of, I don't even know, there's a piece of paper here somewhere with a list of which books I need to finish my unfortunate events. And I've lost it. I need a number 5 to finish one set. So thank you, Sazguess. That was a nice compliment. Saz said my hair's looking lovely. It needs straightening. It's got a bit crinkly. I must have slept on that side. I don't know what cherry bakelite is. What's cherry bakelite, Lex? I know what bakelite is, but cherry bakelite jewelry, was it a particular style? Excuse me, sorry. Oh dear. Natalie's giving something away. I don't know what. Oh, Natalie's giving her death piles away. Yeah, Lainey says those are the same. They're 22 and 24. They're very good. In fairness, they're very good at paying back if they borrow. Both of them are pretty good at paying back when they borrow. Otherwise, they wouldn't get lent again. Lex says, cherry bakelite is a certain colour of bakelite jewellery, very rare. I'll have to have a look. I know nothing about jewellery. Nothing at all. It's a red colour. It essentially looks like cheap plastic, but it's worth loads. Natalie said, I lost about 5 minutes. Don't know what's happened. Bloody customers expecting me to serve them. This is the drawbacks of going to work now. They seem to expect you to actually do some work. I've sent you some money. I don't know if you missed that. I've sent you some money for you to acquire food. I'm not impressed with you needing money for food, but I have sent you money because I'm a nice person. And because many of the people in the chat are also nice people, and the Natalie Jenkins Go Fund My Breakfast appeal gathered a bit of speed while you were off serving customers. Bless them all. Bless them all, and not bless you. How long have I been on for? Any idea how long I've been babbling away for? It's been an hour. It's been an hour. You people must be bored rigid. Yeah, Natalie's astonished by your loveliness, people. I'm astonished by it too. She's doing her hashtag help for all the real heroes thing again. Get Nat to list 100 items a week for you for an extra £50. She's very anti-eBay, aren't you, Nat? She doesn't love it. She doesn't love eBay. Baz White needs photographic proof of the bacon roll. Yeah, if you ever go fund me, you have to put proof up of what you need it for. Andrea says I want the cherry bacon now for some reason. Do the car boot haul again. Well, all 3 seconds of it. I got these shoes, I got this book, I got half a potato head, and I got a wicker magazine rack. Ta-da! She does end up going in the loft most days. This is true. Natalie says, I've got a full 4x4 Calax unlisted, pile on top of it, and about 5 80-litre boxes in the pile for FBA. Natalie, pull your finger out. Leah says there was a haul. You may have missed it. It was about 7 items, Leah. Carmen says, what did you buy? I can't remember. I got these shoes, I got a book, I got a wicker magazine rack, and I got half a potato head. I got a Tetris lamp. Yeah, we could do it like, we could do a memory game. Can you remember what was in the haul? Can anybody remember what was in the haul? Lisa Fenn wasn't here for the haul. Come on, people, reminder. I will give a small prize to anyone who remembers everything without going into a different screen and watching it from the beginning. There's my magazine rack. I'll show you my rack. There you go. What a lovely rack I've got. Lex says half a potato and wicker shoes. Several cuddly toys. Obviously there's a cuddly toy. Tetris lamp with no plug, which I've lost, so it's down there on the floor. Not a lot. Soft toys. Mrs. Carroll says I missed it too. Mrs. Carroll, it took about 2 seconds. I've got about 4 things. Dave Rowland loves my rack. Thank you, darling. I like it too. This is like a rubbish Generation game, isn't it? I can't remember the tune. I cannot remember the tune to the Generation game, the bit with the conveyor belt. And it's no good you lot remembering the tune because I won't be able to hear you remember it. Speedboat! Let's have a look at what you could have won. I think we've moved into bullseye. Tetris, clogs, book, potato, rack, cobweb. I did get a cobweb. Well done, Andrea. Yeah. Small price for Andrea as a prize for remembering the cobweb. I promise I will post that basket this week. I swear in front of 59 viewers, because 12 people have just got bored and died. I swear in front of 59 viewers that I will post that basket to Andrea this week. That will happen. Next Sunday, I will be here telling you that it has happened, and hopefully Andrea will be here telling you she's received it. I swear. There we go. J True's come in. Dave Roller's got the Tetris music in his head now. Where's your cuddly toy? Who won the turkey hat? I can't remember. Somebody won it. I cannot remember. Somebody won it and I posted it to them. But I don't know who it was. Here's my cuddly toys, look. I got an IKEA hair. Lex. Are you called Lex Vic or Your Tongue or Arbelsplorg? Arbelsplorg hair from IKEA. It's very floppy. He's not got much structural integrity. It looks like this is how you looked last night, Natalie, after all the wines. This is definitely how Jess looked. We gave Natalie's friend Jess a lift home, and she definitely looked a bit like this in the back of the car. She was like, I might wee. I was like, not in my bloody car, you won't. Natalie Resell says she's changing her name to Natalie Jenkins so she gets sent money for food. Ryan says, post the basket today. We want it wrapped on stream. I can't do that. I don't have a box. This is the reason it's not gone. I keep getting a box, and every time I get the right size box, somebody pinches my box for something else. All I need is a crisp box. That's all it is. I will go out tomorrow. I will get a crisp box. I may possibly live stream myself packing the basket into a crisp box. Possibly, but probably not. Yeah, Karen says, pinky promise. Can you pinky promise on your own? Look, pinky promise, Andrea, that I will do that. Pinky promise. Alsatic says unless it's Wicker, but I don't know what about. Wicker's all the rage this week unless it's Wicker. Wicker all the rage this week unless it's Wicker? That doesn't make any sense. Even I'm confused by that. Right, it's been an hour. Some people have died and gone away. Some people have just got very bored and gone away. Yeah, Dave Rowland says, Natalie Resells, unless you work in a gambling shop and you're starving, then your GoFundMe won't work. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. I should be in other places by now doing other things. So I've run a bit later than I meant to. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed it, even though I had the world's tiniest haul, and even though I have no sales to tell you about, and even though I really probably shouldn't label this eBay reseller because I'm not sure it counts if you're not actually selling anything. But it's been great fun chatting to you all. Karen's got 3 covers to make. I don't know what the rest of you are doing with your Sunday. Hopefully the sun will come out because it's a bit grey here still. But yeah, everybody have a lovely Sunday. Everybody have a lovely week. I will see you back here next week when I will be able to tell you that I have posted a basket. This is going to happen. It's happening. It's real. It's going to happen. Take care, everybody. Can you name the one person by The one person by popular demand was Karen Fisher. Karen sent me a message this morning. Karen, am I allowed to share what you said in your message, or are you being overlooked? I don't want to stir up any further issues. Lisa's off to care for a poorly foster kitty. Elaine's probably got some football on at some point to watch. I don't know if Karen's still there. I won't tell you what Karen said in her message, but she said, was I doing a live stream? She had a particular reason for me wanting to do one. Yeah, so I can say, Karen said, was I doing a live stream? She'd like some nice people to talk to because her husband was in a piss because she hadn't got him a Father's Day card from the dog. So I was like, yeah, I'll come and do a live stream and cheer you up then. So yeah, that was my one person by popular demand. And Natalie's going to send a picture when she buys food, apparently. Thanks all for tuning in. Everybody have a lovely Sunday. Have a great week, and I will see you soon. Bye, everybody. Bye.